Good day, Ma'am Sir. We, the researchers, are here to present to you our study entitled Cyberbullying as a Factor that Affects the Academic Performance of Grade 12 STEM 1P to 4P students of PHINMA-UNIVERSITY of Pangasinan, school year 2019 to 2020.
Statement of the problem. This study aimed to determine the effects of cyberbullying in the academic performance of the grade 12 STEM 1P to 4P students of PHINMA-UNIVERSITY of Pangasinan, school year 2019-2020. Specifically, this study seeks to answer the following questions. First, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, and general average? Second, what social media sites do the students use frequently? Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter? Third, what are the effects of cyberbullying to the academic performance of the respondents?
The study only focused on the effects of cyberbullying to the students, while it only limits on what are the relatively negative effects of cyberbullying to the academic performance of the students and intended to know if it affects their academic performance.
Cyberbullying is a serious problem that is taken for granted that motivates the researcher that through this study will help the reader to be aware of its effect regards to the academic performance of the students. Significance of the study. In this section, the researchers explain the significance and the benefits of findings to an individual or group of people. Parents. This study helps them to be aware of the effect of cyberbullying to their children. Teachers. This study aims to help teachers to determine if his or her student is experiencing being cyberbullied and to give them the guidance they need. School administrators. This study aims to help the school administrators to be aware that the most of the students are suffering from cyberbullying and help them to give an action for this problem. Researchers. This study helps the researchers to understand and gain more information about the effects of cyberbullying to the academic performance of the students. Social media developers. This study helps them to have the knowledge on how to make a social media site to help the students in excelling in their academic performance. Future researcher. Through this study, it helps the future researchers that this research will be used as a guide and a source of the research study.
In data gathering instrument, the researchers use a survey questionnaire as an instrument for data gathering in this study. The researchers made a survey questionnaires for the respondents, which is the grade 12 STEM 1P to 4P, which contains a questions regarding cyberbullying in their academic performance.
The first step is the preparation of the research instrument that the researchers use in order to gather information. The formulated survey questionnaire was checked and validated by the research advisor. Next, the researchers make a letter for approval to conduct the study at PHINMA-UNIVERSITY of Pangasinan. Last step, the researcher asks permission to the senior high school principal and faculty employees to allow the researchers to distribute the survey questionnaires to the respondents.
As we conducted our survey, we encountered respondents that didn't cooperate actively. As a solution, we kindly asked them to seriously answer the question in our survey. The data and information being gathered in our study can help our society by giving them a reason to avoid cyberbullying. What is the effect to all the victims? How does it affect their academic performance?
Our motivation in making this research is our family and friends, and especially to those students who have experienced cyberbullying.
The study only focuses on the effects of cyberbullying to the student. While it limits only on what are the relatively negative effects of cyberbullying to the academic performance of the students and intended to know if it affect their academic performance. Also, the study is not going to include those unnecessary things is not related to the topic.
As we conducted our survey, we encountered respondents that didn't cooperate actively.
Our research questions is interesting or important because it is the instrument to gather enough data and information needed in our research study.
Sources that comes from internet and interview or survey is one of the most important sources of our work. Why? Because it helps us to show the reader that we done our work properly, and it also helps us to gain enough knowledge about the impact of cyberbullying to the academic performance of the students and who are affected by this. It also shows that we invested enough time to learn what has already learned and thoughts about our topic. Citing from internet shows that we are responsible to give credit and acknowledgement to the researcher.
Our research methodology is descriptive research method. We choose this method because it describes characteristics of a population or phenomenon being studied. It is exactly to determine if cyberbullying affects the academic performances of the students and allow the researchers to carefully describe and understand the outcome through the students of grade 12 STEM 1P to 4P. And it also requires the researchers to explore and describe the impact between the variables using the statistical analysis.
There are 140 students from grade 12 STEM 1P to 4P who are randomly chosen as our respondents.
And data gathering instrument, the researchers use a survey questionnaire as an instrument for data gathering in this study. The researchers made a survey questionnaires for the respondents, which is the grade 12 STEM 1P to 4P, which contains a questions regarding cyberbullying in their academic performance.
Based on the conducted survey, the effects of cyberbullying to the academic performance of the respondents is that 120 respondents are suffering from getting lower grades, while 140 respondents admitted that their ability to focus on every class discussion.
The original about our work is that we, the researchers, are the one who actually conduct the study. We are the one who gather the data, interpret, and analyze it.
The strongest part of our research is citing sources with regards to our topic to make our research become reliable, credible, and precise. While the weakest part is when we are conducting the survey because some of our respondents didn't participate well.
The researchers recommend to conduct a seminar for the awareness of cyberbullying and the effects of it to the academic performance of the students. Also, the researchers recommend to use Facebook as an instrument for learning and avoid using it to cyberbully others.
The importance of our study is to determine if cyberbullying affects the academic performance of the students. It will serve as their guidance to give them awareness about cyberbullying.
The things that we would change if we were to conduct this study again is the time management we have. We should use our time wisely and be productive.
If I could go back to the start of our research, the advice that I could give to myself is to fully trust myself and my co-researchers that we would be able to successfully finish our study.